What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of our weekly podcast. We are batting practice. We got a great one for you tonight. We're looking back 1 month in. What's going on in the majors? A lot has happened in a month. We'll be talking about it a little bit. We also have a very amazing tier list that I am very excited for. So, without further ado, before we get too far into all that fun stuff, boys, how are we feeling on this fine Sunday evening?
We're doing good. I feel like we got to start off first and foremost here with a topic that we covered. We're going to hit this right off the bat. Last week, we talked about the Brewers and the Cubs that ended today. How are we feeling? Took 1 out of 3, kind of what you would expect. Didn't get swept, took the first game, so we had a chance to sweep, had a chance to take the series very easily, ended up not doing so. Andrew, you went to one of those games too.
Did.
So how about that? Not gonna lie, I saw a picture of your seat and I saw a big pole kind of right in the middle. And I don't know if you have that picture up, if you could bring it up real quick. Otherwise,
Oh,
I
yeah.
could try and find it in my messages
Wait,
and
give me
share my screen.
give me some time. I can like. Should I change my background to be?
Oh
the
yeah,
photo?
yeah.
Yes.
Zoom.
So
So
this is
here's
the
Andrew's
photo.
view of and you can kind of see the reflections a little off there, but yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
it's
so
mirrored.
that's where you were sitting.
That's where we were sitting. Yeah.
So could you see everything? Am I exaggerating here, or
Oh.
did you just get unlucky?
So I mean, Wrigley Field is generally like most old ballparks. They aren't constructed with the modern infrastructure that they have to put poles, back. Probably we do a better job of hiding now, whereas they're probably like in the atrium or they're structured a little bit differently that they don't have to put literal support beams in the middle of where people sit. But yes, if you go to a game at Wrigley, you might have an obstructed view where for us we actually some of us could see the batter, some of us couldn't see the pitcher. It's kind of one of the two, and it was I would still say it's a fun. We were kind of banking on the fact that later in the game that we hoped that there would be some more seats that would open up and then we could just move on down. But it was actually a sellout. There it was packed
Wow.
the whole time. I mean, granted the Cubs were winning for most of the game, but yeah, Wrigley. If you do go, just know that there are poles in the way. I would assume that most old ballparks are probably like that too. If you catch a game at Fenway, or I don't even know how many old stadiums are left now, like stadiums that were built before 1950. So it seems like most. I know Wrigley, Fenway. Am I forgetting any other
Is it
old?
Dodger Stadium?
Yeah, Dodger
Didn't
too.
we just do this?
Yeah,
Or
Dodger
is this
Stadium was
something
like
else?
the 50s.
Yeah,
50s, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
Dodger
like
Stadium. But it's funny, Dodger
Third.
Stadium looks
Camden.
kind of modern when you
Right.
like when they watch it on TV.
Right.
I assume they put in a ton of upgrades and made
Wait,
it bougie.
Andrew, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have multiple questions, I guess. First off, were you warned of being obstructed, your view being obstructed?
It does say it on your tickets. Yes.
Okay. And with that, did you pay less for them because it was an
Yes.
obstructed view? Okay.
Yes.
That's understandable then.
Yep.
All right. Base.
Most places
Base.
will have cheaper tickets because of foul poles in the bleachers that have an
Yep.
obstructed view. Fun fact. So if you're looking for some cheap tickets,
They should let people sit on the pole. That would be a great seat.
Yeah.
no, you have to hang from it.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm game with that. Yeah.
So is Wrigley Field the worst stadium in the majors?
Oakland.
Okay, I will
I mean,
give.
there's Cubs
I'll
fans
question
there,
give.
mark?
so
Oakland?
probably.
That's true. I'll give Wrigley
Or
Field.
Trop.
I
Trop.
think. I think.
Drop. Yeah.
Yeah, the Trop is bad.
We might have to do a reverse
The
here
Coliseum
stadium
is
tier
bad
list.
too. Yeah, reverse stadium tier list. I like
The F through everyone, the failing ones.
that. That's funny. I think there's so much history there, and that part of it's cool. And I think they've done a nice job, like outside the stadium, like just where it is, and Wrigley Field's cool. But inside, it's like again, the history's cool, but it's old, and you can
It
tell that it's old.
it is old. The one cool thing I think that Wrigley has going for it, like I've been to some more modern stadiums where I mean they can like I think Wrigley seats only 41,000, which is probably on the smaller end for some baseball stadiums. Actually, maybe it's small to middle tier. But when you do like for most of the seats, I don't know why, but it feels closer to the field than at like Target Field or even
Mhm.
Miller Park. Um, even like 300 level, like instead of being way up in the sky, you're
Mhm.
still pretty dang close to the field itself. So I think that is a nice feature of like an old ballpark like Wrigley.
Yeah,
Like,
it's that older style. Fenway's the same
Mm.
way.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're right in on the action.
Mhm.
What's crazy though is the Cubs have cheaped out. They did not extend their netting. I saw so
Really?
many line drives go right into the stands. It
Somebody
was
got
ins-
nailed.
Oh yeah. Oh, there
It
are a
was
couple.
it was the game yesterday, I think. It was like a littler. It was a small child got
Why have
hit
they
by a
not?
free lick line
Oh,
drive.
yeah,
Why have
or
they not?
Willie nailed I think a kid
Yeah,
too.
What?
it might have been
Yeah,
Friday,
Why have they
but
not? What's up with Chicago not extending the nets?
I don't know.
that's crazy.
Anyways, any
Um,
so rare awards for you guys? Andrew, you have any special boxes
Ooh.
for us
So
this week?
I've gotten tired of Josh's rare team doing well and my rare team not doing well. And I looked into the mirror and I said, I haven't put any focus on this team. As you know, I'm a firm believer in the pyramid system. Build out your base, then build up. But while I've been building my pyramid, I've been watching Josh build up his skyscraper, and I'm like, what am I doing? And so I finally put some dollars into my rare team because I've been down Devin Williams the whole season, and he was my anchor for most of my lineup last year. And so I splurged on a David Bednar who had 2 saves this game week. And I splurged on a Nolan Arenado who, after Josh dissing, might be my so rare player of the week after
Whoa!
he had a spectacular game week.
Let's hear
I
it.
Yeah, let's see. So right now he's got 51 points, which is the
Okay.
most in my whole rare lineup, which puts me in 35th place since other people did not disappoint either. Nestor had a great game. Rafael Devers finally did something. Um, yeah, it was a great lineup, but my MVP, my star, Nolan Arenado. Josh, I think you're dissing and might what do you think? Did your card sell? That's also the
no,
positive with this.
it did not.
Oh,
So part of me is tempted to keep him
Oh
because
wait. Whoa. Oh
no!
wait, you're turning what?
I might be changing my mind, but
He won
uh
you over.
he
Did you play him?
to his fairness, I put him in my rare um pro lineup,
Okay.
which is my secondary rare lineup because I'm a whale and I have
Sperm
two
whale.
rare teams. Um, but I think for that reason, I can have so I won a 2024 Riley Green and I have a 2023 Riley Green. So I have enough rare cards now to fill out two like relatively competitive rare lineups. So I think for that reason, he's kind of the main factor in that. Without him, I would be starting somebody like Joey Wendell or Martin Maldonado instead of Nolan Arenado. So when you look at it that way, Arenado is 15,000 times better than the two players I just listed. No offense to Joey Wendell or Martin Maldonado. Both have had okay careers, but they're definitely not Nolan Arenado, and he's having an okay season so far. It's not as bad as I thought. I've just seen a lot of videos on his swing, and he seems to not hit for as much power anymore. He's getting older. He looks a little more stiff, that kind of stuff. But He's still putting up decent scores, and if his ceiling is in the 50s and 60s, then he's good enough for my lineups.
Jacob, we got to do a compilation of that clip and then Josh's Nolan Arenado bashing like literally a
Yeah,
week ago. And it's
right,
like,
right.
is this the same player?
I
Baseball,
know.
man, it's ups and downs.
It's true. It is very true. And it's so situational.
Yeah.
To be fair, his buy now price has gone down to $60, which
So
is like
you'd still
$20
took an
cheaper.
L from a purely financial standpoint if you could have won someone better in that
Yeah,
regard.
for sure.
Sure.
Now, on the other hand, my tier two was Riley Green, who's been going off, and his current buy now is at 107, 108.
Wow.
So I'd say that's a pretty strong tier two, whereas
That
Arnado was a
is.
pretty weak tier one. I think he was
Wait,
no top tier two. I think they're
Tier
both tier
two.
both
You
twos.
tier
didn't get a tier
twos.
one, yeah.
So
But
when you look
the
at it
tier two
that
gap is
way,
big.
big gap. So maybe a lower tier two and then a higher tier two. So it evens out. So I can't complain. As long as I'm winning rare cards, I can't complain. That's for sure.
I know. Get out of
Yeah,
your skyscraper,
yeah.
man.
I don't know. Yeah, my rare lineups have been doing well, and my limited lineups have not. I guess that's just how it goes. A lot of injuries.
Yeah.
True.
Yep. Same. I had some lower tier winnings this week, but nothing much. More reward boxes with just credit, nothing to show for it. So
Dang.
I figured it wouldn't be worth saving them. I can save them. For the rest, you can always save them. But I only had two, and they were just regular limited boxes, and they were nothing. So
Did they fix the thing where they show before?
yeah. So that was I
Oh,
actually got
good.
to open
Okay.
them, so that
That's
was
fun.
nice. Yeah. So we had a good like animation. We had a good time for 30 seconds instead of
Okay.
5 seconds. Yeah.
That's funny.
Hmm.
I want to know what it would show if you actually had won a card. Like, would it just say card or would it say Nolan Arenado?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
It's too bad. It's too
Seriously.
bad.
We didn't have the luxury of seeing that.
Yeah. Well, Nash, you want to pull us up
Yeah.
our superlatives that we started, what, probably a month,
Like, I'm
month and a
so
half ago
wrong.
at this point?
Like, I'm
Yeah.
all wrong.
All right.
I feel like this
For
is gonna
those
be easy.
listeners, we're going back over our picks for MVP, Rookie of the Year, so on and so forth that we made at the beginning of the
Oh, that's
season.
such a terrible take. Oh
And
my
I'm
God.
already seeing our first pick, and we're like, oh no, this isn't that great. But it's okay. It's okay because I know I have some really good picks down below too. And oh no. Oh
The
man, this is
two,
This
gonna be
is
really
actually
sad.
the
terrible.
All right.
first
This is
two
actually
rows are
terrible.
All
just
right, let's just get
terrible.
right. Well, let's for the listeners' sake, let's just get right into it. So we're starting off with AL Rookie of the Year, and both Andrew and I said Jackson Holiday, and
Yep.
he went a whopping what was it, 2 for 32, I believe,
Yeah.
Yep.
2 for 40 maybe,
Sounds
before
like
he
a
was optioned right back down to AAA, and he's probably going to spend some more time down there. Might even not see him again until September. Who knows? But not a great start for him in the majors. Definitely not putting up Rookie of the Year numbers. And honestly, at this
hell
point, it
no.
would take a lot for him to come back and do that. So, not saying his career is over. His career hasn't even started. But as for winning the Rookie of the Year this year, don't know about that. Evan
I'd
Carter,
say
Nash?
I would say I'm winning in this category solely because both of your picks, he's not in the majors. Evan Carter is in the majors, but not putting up Rookie of the Year numbers by any means. He would also have to turn it around big time to win Rookie of the Year. Um, but at least he's still in the majors, so we got that going for him. It's funny.
I mean,
Well,
I looked up the odds, Josh, right now. Evan
Who is
Carter has
it?
the second best odds.
Who is it? Volpe?
Colton
Colton
Cowser.
Cow. Of course it's
Yeah,
Cowser.
fair
Okay.
enough. The Orioles
NL.
are so good.
All right. That makes sense. So,
Josh, not
yeah,
a bad pick so far.
not a
That's
bad pick.
second
All right,
place.
all right. I'm happy with that.
NL Rookie of the Year. I don't know. My guess for number one for NL Rookie of the Year right now has to be Imanaga. Shota Imanaga.
Yes.
I don't know who else it could be. He's been
Wow.
outstanding.
His teammate. I'll give you a hint.
His teammate? P. Crow Armstrong?
Oh, dude, that guy, he's trash.
He's trash. I was about to say.
Morel? Is Morel
Okay.
still?
No,
or
Morel was a rookie last year.
He
I didn't
sounds
know if
like
he
he
had
would be a
that.
really good NASCAR driver. Michael Bush.
Michael
With
Bush, of
S.
course, yeah.
SCH,
That's right.
not the
I see.
president,
He used
the
to.
NASCAR
I
spelling.
always forget about him because he used to be on the Dodgers. But yeah. Um.
He's a rookie.
Okay. Yeah. No. He used to be in the Dodgers
Cubs
system. But yeah.
starting pitching. We were talking about the Brewers earlier. Did you know the Brewers did not score a single run against any Cubs starter?
That's
So
crazy.
all of
That's
their
so
runs that they
bad.
scored came
That's so
as
bad.
relief pitchers.
So Jackson Churio,
They're good.
how are we feeling? I would say he's at a pretty average start to the season for a rookie.
I'd say
Yeah.
slightly below average. Yeah, it's not great. I think I'll figure it out. I don't think he's gonna turn around enough to win Rookie of the Year at this
Yeah.
point.
Let's see.
Paul
Goes up.
Skeens. Paul Skeens is still in the minors, but is
if
putting
he
up
comes up-
outstanding numbers. He's putting up crazy numbers for the Pirates. The Indianapolis Indians. No comment on the name there at Cleveland Guardians, but he's putting up like an under 1 ERA. His strikeout numbers are insane. His 100+ mile an hour fastball numbers are insane. He's got the ability to win Rookie of the Year if they bring him up early
So
enough.
does his stats count? Like, can the committee take his minor league
No,
stuff?
absolutely
into account?
not.
Wow.
No.
Okay. So this is basically all for nothing. I mean, it's going to make him to the majors.
Look
but
at Jackson Holiday. Why would they take into account his minor league stats?
That's true. But but if you
Um,
started the season in the minors and then were called up midway
Nope.
through, that
Nope.
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I
I
suppose
know
that's
Rookie of the
well
Year.
earned.
So okay. So
I think
Michael
Paul
Bush and
Skeens has a
Imanaga.
chance.
I would still put Shota up top, but people devalue pitchers, I feel like. Also,
Yeah,
he
they
could
got their
get
own
rocked
category.
in May, and his numbers could be through the roof. So who knows?
True.
So, all right, AL MVP. Both. Andrew and I picked Juan Soto, and he might be up there. He
yeah.
might
He's
be
gotta
number
be.
1 right now for the AL MVP. He is putting up those home run numbers that you want to see from Soto and more. He's hitting for average. He's hitting for slugging percentage. I mean, you can't really ask for much more out of Juan Soto. The
He's
Yankees
number
made a good
1.
move. He's number 1
Yeah,
right now in
baby.
terms of
Plus
odds.
230. Plus 230.
Yep.
Bang.
Nash Julio, again, he's having the same start to the season that he did last year, honestly.
Slow.
Yeah.
He's having a terrible start to the
Along
season.
with the Mariners in general.
Too many
Along with
Sorare
the Mariners.
contracts.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly, right? Man, he does not even fall in the top 20 for odds for
Wow.
NL MVP.
Bobby Witt Jr. is currently in second place.
Okay.
And then Gunnar Henderson.
Yep. Okay.
Gunner's killing
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
And
Gunnar
then-
has
and
been going
then-
nuts.
Number 4, Mr. Fish, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout. Too bad he's hurt.
Ugh.
We'll talk about him below. We'll talk about him in a bit.
Andrew's looking at old odds. He's
We'll talk-
taking off my list.
Yeah, that's also true.
Because he's hurt.
We'll talk about him in a bit. NL MVP. Again, one of us here was correct.
Yep.
1 month into the season, and that was me. And I liked what I saw out of him last year. I liked what I saw out of him in spring training. And you can't go wrong with picking Ronald Acuna for your MVP favorite, but Mookie Betts has been outstanding. He's been out of this world since the beginning of this season. Give me the odds right now for him winning MVP. And
Okay.
let's
220.
talk about
What is?
his slugging percentage. Because, hold on. What are you going to say, Nash?
Currently Mookie Betts sits at number 1
Yep.
plus 130. Second place is his teammate, Mr. Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani.
Is plus
Yep.
750.
Yep.
That's
And
how
then
big,
Acuna.
that's how big of a difference it is between first and second, which is crazy.
So Mookie's batting currently 352 with an OPS of
Stupid.
1.036. meaning that per at bat or per plate appearance, sorry, he's getting on base. He's getting 1 base per plate appearance.
That's crazy.
That doesn't mean he's getting on base every plate appearance, but he's getting 1 base per plate
It's
appearance.
quality.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He's got 50 hits already. That's crazy. Mookie Betts. I mean, Acuna can't be too far behind.
No, he's third place.
Yeah.
Keep
But
in mind,
I don't know how you're going to compete with Mookie and Ohtani if they stay at this pace.
MVP takes into account both sides of the field. He's hitting that well while also playing shortstop for the first time ever in his career, which is insane.
So that reminded me, so before the Cubs Brewers game, they presented Nico and Dansby their gold gloves from last season. All players that I think that got a gold glove committed an error that game, which was hilarious.
Wow.
Oh my
The
gosh.
irony was out of this world.
That's
but yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, Nico
Wow.
and Dansby both had errors. I think Dansby had multiple
Wow.
in the day that they got their gold glove award.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, Smokey is playing well defensively, though, to bring it back.
Crazy.
All right. AL Cy Young. Both of the Cy Youngs. So I'm going to ring myself in back. I got the AL and MVP favorites right now picked. But my AL Cy Young and NL Cy Young are, well, Framber. Okay. Let's start with the AL. I got Framber. Andrew got Framber. He's back. He had an elbow injury, but he did not have a UCL injury, I believe.
No. Yeah, I mean, he's pitching.
Yeah,
So-
it was not a UCL injury. He came back and he pitched this weekend. I don't think he pitched that well.
No, he was in my Sandlot team.
Yeah, but he's back. As for winning the Cy Young, he's going to have to come back and do a whole lot, though. Nash Corbin Burns has been easily just
He's
slotted
number one.
right in Baltimore. He fits right in as their ace, and you couldn't really ask for much more from him. I know his ERA is under 3. His strikeout numbers are up there like they always should be. AL Cy Young, Corbin Burns, it's a solid pick. So
Yeah,
good job
he's
for
tied for Tarek Skubal right
you.
now.
With Skubal, who had pitched a
number one.
watched him today, pitched a great game against the Yankees, put up 12 strikeouts.
I love the Tigers.
Tarek Skubal.
What a
Yeah.
Tigers
fun
are
team.
great. Did you buy Foley? Did you buy Jason Foley?
No, I'm riding.
I
with my
won
two
him in
Riley
common.
Greens. There you go.
So, shout out Jason Foley because I won him in comp.
Did you buy
Let's see,
Jason?
NL Cy Young. This is where we go downhill because this player was also injured this season, but was out for the entire year. I picked Spencer Strider.
Rip.
Nope. See ya. Dylan
I mean,
Cease.
he's been his bat.
He's
his
been
last
solid.
2 starts have been
He's been
so
solid.
effing good. He's been lights out.
And same can be said with Yamamoto.
Yeah,
He's been very solid. I still put my NL Rookie of the Year player also in this spot because Imanaga has been so good
Currently,
for the Cubbies.
Zach Wheeler and Tyler
Wheeler.
Glasnow are tied.
Oh, of
Best
course,
odds.
Andrew. How could you forget about your Glasnow?
My $50 pitcher.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Dylan Cease is third.
Okay.
Imanaga's fourth. Freddie's
Okay.
fifth. Yamamoto's eighth.
Okay. Solid picks
Phillies,
there.
The
Solid
Phillies'
picks.
entire pitching rotation is
Yeah.
in the top 20 for odds for Cy Young right now,
Great.
which is insane. Rangers,
Okay, the
Suarez,
next
Zach Wheeler.
category I just saw.
It's crazy.
So,
wait. While we're on the subject of pitchers and returns, my boy, Mr. Alek Manoah, is back in the major league.
So
I
let's
mean-
let's go to AL breakout. Let's go to AL breakout
it's Alek
down
Manoah.
here. And
I forgot
he's
about
back
this.
in the NL. So if you count that as being a breakout player,
You
then
guys told
sure.
me he wouldn't make it. He wouldn't make it. He
Yeah.
made it, boys.
He gave up
He's not-
7 runs,
He's
6
not
earned.
making it.
It's all right. That's all right. He
And
back.
the
He
Blue
also
Jays
had
lost
like an
today.
8 ERA in AAA.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We just talked about it. It doesn't matter.
You said he was going to be an all-star. So
I mean,
he's got a long
on
way to go.
pace.
Still got a chance. He's
Long
still
way to
got
go.
a chance.
He's got the
Nash.
trader.
you put Joey Votto in parentheses, and that's no.
Nope.
Cole Reagans, though, is
Cole
having a
Reagans,
great season.
solid season, breakout. Absolutely, I would count that. Mike
Oh,
Trout,
you
absolutely would
nailed it.
also count that.
Yep.
And he's been hurt, but he definitely broke out, putting up insane home run numbers before he got hurt. So
Such a bummer.
yeah. Next
Let's
NL
just skip
breakout,
over this quick.
we have Alec Thomas has been hurt the whole year. So
Yep.
Andrew, you're kind of at a push. Tim Anderson and the Marlins have been absolute garbage. So nothing to say about that. Anderson, I will say, has been better than most of the team. But
True.
as for being a breakout player, definitely not. Reese Hoskins for the Brewers.
Not bad.
He's up there. He's been
It's
all
okay.
right.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
He's been pretty much, you can't really ask for too much, but I wouldn't say he's been a breakout player so much as like Terang has been.
Right. Yeah, Terang would have been an excellent answer for
Yeah.
this question. I
Yeah.
agree.
But
All right.
Or
on
even
the
like a
posi-
Joey Ortiz, maybe.
Yeah.
Alec Tomas is targeting this coming week for his
Yeah, he's
How
return.
about
coming
that?
back.
I have
Is
a
he back
Sorare
very
limited
soon?
card.
That would be a comeback on top of a breakout on top of a comeback, which is double breakout.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm excited for this next
AL
category.
bust. Me
This is
and
my
Nams
best
were
one.
right. Garrett Cole, okay.
I mean, that's
Garrett
like
Cole
cheating.
got hurt.
That's cheating.
No,
But
he got hurt.
You're betting that? That was your prediction?
No,
that is a bust. That is a bust to
that's
be
a.
fair.
It is definitely a fantasy bust though.
Absolutely. No, you're right. You're right.
Aaron
Aaron
Judge has
Judge
been kind of killing it
solid.
recently.
Yeah.
Putting up home run after home run. Did get his first ever ejection in his career
Yes, he
yesterday.
That was crazy.
Arguing a pitch that actually kind of looked like it caught
It
the
was a
plate
strike.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
So Nosh, I'll let you go off here because I remember we kind of gave you a little bit of crap for this,
Yes,
should.
sir.
and you picked. Who did you pick for your AL bust?
Randy Arozarena on your Tampa Bay Rays, who have been pretty mediocre.
Meh.
For coming off of a playoff team, they've been meh, which is the best way to put it. Randy is currently hitting 143
Wow,
to
that's a
start the
bust.
season and
Wow.
128 at bats. Not a good start at all. So I'm feeling good about this pick for sure. That's like beyond a bust. Like even if he was hitting like 220, that would be pretty bad for him. But to be hitting 143, yikes. And
But
we're kind of
for
beyond.
him, I'm just
We're kind of beyond that point in the season where it's like, you're just getting ramped up. Like this is a pretty good sample size at this point. We're a fifth of the way through or fourth of the way through your season at bats already. So
A fifth.
a fifth.
He's talking to the media again, though. Apparently, he's been declining interviews after the games for the last 2 weeks, but
Ayo,
he decided
he's
to
back.
talk. He's back. He's talking.
He's turning
talking.
it around.
All right.
That's the
there
first
you
step.
go.
That's the first step to progress.
All right,
There you
NL
go.
bust. You guys both said Bellinger, and I mean he's been
And
Craig Count not been a bust for the Cubs. I'm sorry to say so.
No,
They do have a
Has not
terrible
been at all.
bullpen.
Cody
which-
Bellinger has been. He's been
Is he?
good.
Isn't he? Is he hurt right now?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yelly
He's
and
not
Belly
been
were both
great.
hurt.
I would say Yelich has had a much better start to the season than Bellinger has. And I said Dylan Cease, who I would say that's not a good enough answer yet. But
Cy Young.
last but not least, World Series champs. All three of us are still pretty good on
That
route
could
here.
be the World Series. Very well
Orioles
could be the
and
World
Dodgers.
Series.
We had 2 Orioles answers and 1 Dodgers answer, and honestly, you couldn't really go wrong with either of those teams right now. So
I would just like to say my parentheses player for NL Bus, Blake Snell. I put him as parentheses because he wasn't on a team at the point when we made this. He has since signed with the San Francisco Giants. In 3 starts, he's 0-3 with an 11.57 ERA.
Wow.
And he's currently hurt, I believe.
he's hurt too.
So kind of
Hurt.
a bust for the
Hurt.
Giants right now.
Emotionally hurt.
Go figure. My bust picks are the best. I can pick the players who are going to do bad. Like that's not what you want to be able to predict.
Not in this game. You don't get any points for selling. You can't short sober players.
That's
yet.
true.
Mhm.
I can avoid them though, I guess.
Yep.
That's my
True.
That's
that's
true.
that's the perk. So yeah, there you have it. A month in already. It's pretty crazy.
Sweet. I like it.
Alright.
I like where we're at.
And
I mean, there
this
you
will
have
continue
it.
to change too.
There's our baseball. Yeah, we can revisit it again, maybe like All-Star game season or something, but there you have it. I'd say we have some pretty awful predictions, but a lot of good ones too. A lot
Yeah.
of good
Yeah.
ones.
Rookies are really
Especially
hard to
around
nail.
that MVP area. Yeah, rookie area. Stay away from the AL. That wasn't that great, but Evan Carter, good guess, good guess. We like it. We like to see it. But yeah, I believe we can move on here and we can get to our fun section because we talked about this last week. Now, so you're already sharing the
I'm
screen.
already there.
Oh man.
I had one and I was like, man, that was so good. I haven't had one of these in a while, and it made me think about other beers from Wisconsin that I hadn't had in a while. And sure enough, there is a Wisconsin beer
course.
tier list maker.
Awesome.
So we're gonna rank beers from Wisconsin. There's also a couple beers not from Wisconsin on here that we're gonna rank
F-tier.
alongside. See how they compare with other
Compere,
beers.
I
from
like it.
Compere.
Compere the beer.
Nah, maybe not.
So
But-
any non-Wisconsin beer is instantly an F
No.
tier.
Well, I guess it depends
No.
on what beer.
No, not
Let's
at
see
all.
it.
Not
Let's
at
see
all.
it.
All right.
They don't have a C tier,
God.
which is
Oh, God.
insanity.
I mean, I
A
kinda
B
like it.
D F. I like
I
no
would say
idea.
A B
I like no
C
idea.
F.
Yeah.
A B C F. We don't.
D will well here.
There you
Now we
go.
do.
This is
There we
our
go.
tier list.
There we go.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
and
making
in
ours.
order to celebrate this occasion, I went and got another summer shandy.
Hey.
So I have it right here.
Oh, and they're twist off, which is amazing.
There are twist off.
We're starting off really strong with
Blatz?
Blatz beer. I mean,
I've never
do
had a
they
Blatz
even
before.
Do they even make
They
Blatz
do.
anymore?
It's good. You can get it in Chicago.
All right, Andrew.
Really?
This is you.
Yeah, I mean it's a fine beer. I mean, let me put it this way: there's a reason why it's not as prevalent as it was. It's all right. It's not like I wouldn't write home about it. It's probably a novelty at this point, but I'd give it a C.
All right. Yeah, seems about
That's
right.
fair. That's fair. Ooh,
right.
okay. I'm
Blue
curious
Moon.
to hear.
Which I'm pretty sure is made by Miller Coors.
It is.
I could be
It
wrong
is.
about that.
You are
So,
correct.
Not technically originally from Wisconsin, but I love Blue Moon. They're just a little heavy for me nowadays, I feel like. A little too much. I would still put it probably it's close between A and B.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly where I'm at too.
Yeah.
I'm briefly looking at some other options just to get some
I
comparison.
think it's an A tier compared compared to all these other ones.
Yeah, I
think
think
it's
it
an
will
A
end
tier.
up being like at the bottom of A,
Mhm.
but I think it is an A. I think
Mhm.
it's one of those beers that like you can always go back to.
Mhm.
Like if there's the last option is a Blue Moon, you're not going to be mad about that.
Mhm.
Oh man, these next couple are going to be I don't know, very interesting, I think. Next up we got a classic, just the straight Bud Light. That's it.
Right down the middle in C.
Yeah, I feel like all of these like very large mass produced, I guess you could say. What's the word? Domestic beers?
That is it.
They're all like they're not
Whoa.
bad.
Whoa. Okay, well, let's do it one by
Well,
one.
let's keep
do it
going
one by
then.
one.
Yeah.
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 C tier.
Above
Bud Light.
Blatz?
I'd say that's a solid C.
Yeah.
Above Blatz. I would
Above Blatz.
absolutely buy Bud
It made
Light
it.
over. Yeah. I would buy one Blatz for a novelty. Budweiser. Okay, so I kind of agree with that. I'm
Yeah.
always going to buy a Bud Light over a Budweiser.
Exactly.
I've never bought
Budweiser
a
regular,
Budweiser.
a Bud heavy, as they say, is going to be more expensive. It's going to be more calories. It's going to give you more of a hangover. It's just a worse Bud Light. And
Yeah.
you'll say it has more flavor, but once you get that cheap for beer, I feel like it doesn't matter.
Nope.
You
So
got
I-
enough
I-
craft beer out there to distinguish flavors if you want to.
My friend actually bought me a Budweiser at the Cubs game. And so I
Oh.
have a very, very recent, it's literally the taste is still in my mouth. Um, it tastes like you're drinking a Bud Light, but someone gave you a piece of bread and told you to chew and eat that at the same time.
Okay.
So it's like Bud Light, but then
I'm
you get
not
like a piece of
necessarily against
toast.
that.
So it's like it's just a little more filling than like a Bud
Yeah.
Light. You just get a little bread.
Yeah. If we're going off of taste alone, I'd probably also put it C. But like
Yeah,
compared to a Bud Light, I'm always going to get a Bud Light.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Unless someone else bought it for me.
Yeah.
Bushy.
Bush Light?
Now, see, Bush Light. If it's like 5 o'clock on a Saturday, I'm not going for Bush Light. But we're all a little older now. But back in the glory days of college, Bush Light was like one of the better options in college.
That's a
No,
hot take.
no, that's a terrible take.
That's a
You
hot
gave that.
take.
You gave that to the underclassmen when you
Yeah.
yeah, that was the weird. If you showed up to a house party and all they had was Bush Light, oh god, oh man, that's not gonna be a good party. I don't know. That's the first red flag at a party. You show up and they only have Bush Light.
Wow,
That's a red flag.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would say Bush that's bottom of C. Mm.
Yeah,
No, Bush Light. Yeah.
yeah.
I would
think
still.
your gut is right.
I would say it tastes about the same as a Budweiser. Bud Light tastes a little bit better, but I'm always gonna buy Bud Light over it. But Bush Light, all of those light beers kind of have a little bit of resonance for me just because of college. Like they resonate with me a little bit.
Oh, sure.
We had fun with some Bush Light. I never had fun with Budweiser.
It's true.
That's what I was trying to
Maybe.
get at.
Yeah. Bottom of C.
Bottom of C.
Bush Light, bottom of C.
Now this one is similar category, but kind of a step up.
Yeah. I think that's
It's-
spot on, and it's a B tier. It's Corona Extra.
Yeah.
And I think you basically just said it right there.
Yeah.
Corona. And now I will say, without a lime, bottom of C, if not
I
F.
was gonna say probably F.
Yeah.
So are we assuming a line?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because the only time you're ever gonna have a Corona without a lime is if you bought them yourself and you don't have limes. Because if
That's
a
true.
restaurant sells them, they're going to have limes.
That's
Yep.
true. Very true. Very true.
Coors Light.
All right.
So here's a mini story about Coors Light. In that my friends and I from college this is since our freshman year. It's a beer that I have a funny video of one of my friends drinking it out in California on the rocks. And he goes, Coors Light, this is the beer we drink on the rocks. Maybe not in as much of a sober way that I just said, but Coors Light, we always called it C minus because that's about what it's worth in terms of grade is C minus. That being said, in terms of nostalgia and in terms of light beer that I've bought, it might be higher than a C minus. I would probably put it at the top of C. Coors Light.
If you're giving me Coors Light in a silver pint, then it goes up to like top of B. But
Top of B?
there's nothing like a silver pint. But a can is just a can. A can I could put at top of C.
I like Coors Light, guys. I really do. It's at
The
least a
mountains
B
are
for
blue.
me.
All right, I would put it at okay.
I'm
It's
okay
at
with
least a
that.
B.
I'm okay
All
with
right, put it
that.
at B. Put it at B. I'm okay
You know
with
when
that.
those mountains turn also Coors Light, great commercials.
Absolutely.
Those
It's
mountains
a good
turn
tasting
blue.
beer. I think it
It
tastes
is.
better than Bud Light, for hands down.
I agree with you there. Ooh, okay.
Dos
We're
Equis.
branching out a little bit. Dos Equis.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. I think
Solid
it's-
B for me,
I think it's
honestly.
solid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
had
that
it
it's
at a
better than a
restaurant.
Bud Light. Yeah.
It's better than a Bud Light. It's better than
I don't-
Coors Light.
You think it's better than Coors?
Yeah.
Is it better than a Corona?
No, it's not better than a Corona with a lime.
Fair.
Correct.
Fair. Ooh, this could be some hot takes here. Next one up is a Guinness.
I love
Guinness
Guinness.
on draft.
You
S
love
tier.
Guinness?
Oh
S
yeah.
tier.
Oh yeah. S
Really?
tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you can go wrong with a nitro stout Guinness.
It's
Like,
so
it's
good.
just delicious. Yeah.
Can you split the G though?
Yes.
Probably. I could drink more than that if I wanted to.
We're putting Guinness in S? I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
behind
What
this.
what are you
Are you a
saying about
licorice?
Guinness?
Yeah.
I'm
What do
not
you?
saying I'm saying I'd be happy with Guinness at top of A probably. I'm picking a Blue Moon over Guinness every day of the week.
Ooh. We have to tweet Nellis now.
Okay. What if it's like dead of winter? Are you really doing that? Like January, February? Are you really going for a blue moon? I'll give you like if I'm on a boat and it's the summer, yeah, I'll go blue moon over Guinness, but
Sure.
most of the time, I don't know.
S.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
All right.
Grammys.
Big one.
Okay.
Big one.
Guys, let's be honest here. Hamm's is an S tier beer.
No.
It is. It is the
Wait, you were
nostalgia.
arguing about
I mean,
Guinness?
it's gotta be the beer that I have drank the most in my life because of college. It has to be like the single most product of beer that I have consumed in my life.
Yeah.
That's probably true for me too.
Yeah.
And for that
honestly.
reason, I would put it in A.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Their
Plus, like,
hams can't be an S.
It's
Yeah.
it's so good.
But
And the
like
thing is,
also the
Hams knows
fact
it.
that
That's kind of cool.
Milwaukee
It's
County was willing to sell them for $2 a piece
Yeah.
when everything else had its price jacked up so high, and this was 10 plus years ago. Hams
Yeah.
are they're good. They're good.
They're a great beer. Best
A
served
tier.
warm.
A tier.
Best served warm.
If this
Seriously.
was like a party beer tier list, S tier. S tier
Yeah.
party beer tier.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right, Heineken. You guys ever had a Heineken?
Oh, it's so
I've
fucking
never-
good. I
I-
love
I've only
Heineken.
had
never
one in college.
Heinekens.
I've not had one
They're
since
so fucking
college.
good.
I would
can't
say
remember last
Heinekens are
time.
solid A tier as well.
Yeah, agree.
It's not better than Hamm's though.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
We're getting
This
some
might
good
be a hot
beers.
take. I really like Miller High Life.
That's not a hot take. That's a
I
really
think
good
it's
beer.
hot. It's
I think
better.
it's a B
better
tier beer.
than like in my head. I associate like Bud Light, Budweiser, Coors Light, Miller Light. Like all those are kind of in the same kind of realm for me. High Life is a pretty large step above those four.
Okay.
Like I think it's better than Coors Light for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'd probably put it above Dos Equis, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Slot it there.
Okay.
Jacob, you're
What
drinking.
Summer
Jacob's
Shandy.
drinking. All right.
It's an S tier summer beer.
Is it
I
a
will say,
seasonal S?
I'm only drinking it 3 months out of, well, I guess down here I could drink it longer because it stays warmer longer. But I'm not reaching into my fridge and grabbing a summer shandy in December.
True.
So
What are you reaching
I would
for
say
in the
Guinness. I would absolutely go and have a Guinness. I wouldn't sit outside and have one necessarily, but I would drink a Guinness right now.
Oh yeah.
So I'd say Guinness is more versatile. I would say Guinness is probably higher up for me than Shandy, but you guys could change that. I'm drinking a Shandy right now.
I love
It's
shandy.
light. It doesn't have that much alcohol in it. So you could drink
It's
a
so
lot of
good.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh and I went golfing the other weekend, and it was a beautiful summer day. And we had our full pick, all bunch of different beers. Walked out with 2 summer shandies because it's just that beer. It's that guy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like at least for me, as much as I would probably not drink Guinness in the summer, I would not drink Shandy in the winter. But I
Yes.
like Shandy better than Guinness. So in the terms of versatility, they're even for me, but I like Shandy better than Guinness, so that's why I have it at the top. But I'm okay switching it if that's
No,
what you
that's
guys.
that's all right. That's all right. Because there's one that'll overtake this soon. But
Whoa.
Leinie's
Whoa.
Ooh.
original. Kugel's
know.
original. Have you guys ever had this?
I can't say I
Like,
really have.
I would
Probably.
say it's a straight up B tier.
I was
So they
saying,
put
I
it
think
right below Coors Light and it just splits right down the middle there.
I love it. Yep.
Well, Leinenkugels does a good job of branding as like a small brewery, but they're actually massive.
Yeah,
So
they are massive.
Leinenkugels like original beer is kind of in line with like Bud Light,
it's a
Miller
high
Lite, like
life. It's a high
yeah,
life
Yep.
sort of. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. I'd probably put it there. It's probably pretty similar in this area.
Yep.
All right, what do you prefer?
Ooh,
Miller High Life or Miller Lite?
probably High Life actually,
All right.
but
Yeah,
it's close.
I
It's
would put
close.
Miller Lite also in the B tier.
Yeah.
I think they're the same, but the fact that it's less calories, I don't know. In college, I
true.
didn't
You
give a
know,
crap about that, but
I would
now,
put Miller Lite maybe at the top of B, but
yeah,
it kind of plays a hams card for nostalgia's sake in that
It's
we may or may not be associated with people who have snuck these beers into multiple sporting events when we were kids.
it's true.
exposed.
They
It's
weren't sneaking
also
Guinnesses in.
like Miller Lite is like
And that's
the
fun.
original Milwaukee beer for me, you know?
It is.
Miller Park, you know? I think you're right.
Getting in the right line and slinger so they don't check your bag. Um, Milwaukee's
Ooh,
Best Light.
Best.
If you've ever had it, it's trash. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
it's
I
water.
think
yeah,
this is one of the worst ones on this list. It's F.
absolutely.
And it
Yep.
says
It's
Milwaukee on it.
it's probably the like of all the cheap beers, like Natty Ice, for example, which is not on this list. Oh, it is on this list.
It is.
Uh Bush Light, like all the really light beers, this one is the most watery. Like it's literally drinking water
It'd be
with
better
ice.
off if it was water.
Right,
But
true.
I got a beer in this list that I actually think is worse tasting than that.
I think we
Ooh,
might be in. Ooh, well, let's go on. Modelo
J-Lo.
Especial, that falls in the same category as Dos Equis for me,
yeah.
Mm,
in that I'd put it in the B tier.
You
agree.
know, some places, for example, you guys will know this, but other people listening won't. There's a Mexican restaurant, Bel Air, which is in this area. And a lot of times when their beer's on special, your choice is either a Dos Equis or a Modelo. And I'm kind of like they ask you which one, and you're kind of like, I don't know. Like they're kind of similar, so I think they
There
fall
you go.
right next to each other.
Bang.
Ooh, you want to talk about nostalgia?
All right, Natural Ice, not great.
Oh,
Not a
okay,
great beer.
like
Natty
nostalgia.
Light. Okay, well, hold on.
Yeah, that's true.
Natural
Natty Light.
Ice, bottom of C. I was never. If I was buying Natty, it was Natty Light.
Yeah,
Yep.
And I'm not
Natty
talking about
days.
Natural Light Lemonade like the next one on here.
Oh God.
Because Natural Light Lemonade is like the most syrupy, quote
Well,
unquote, beer.
there's even syrupy, more syrupy that we're gonna get to, in my opinion. But yeah, I agree
Oh
with you.
yeah.
I agree
But
with you.
yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about. Natural Light Lemonade is so bad. I think it's an F tier.
Natter days.
Josh, do you like it?
No.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah, I
like
think it's an F.
if I'm gonna pick a
Is that
beer,
regular Natty Light? Or is that the lemonade kind?
is it's
That's the
the
lemonade kind.
Natter days is the lemonade one, right?
Yeah, that's the lemonade kind.
I
See,
don't
and
F.
it's
think
funny.
it's
I think that beer is invented before seltzers became a thing.
Yeah,
If you're gonna
yeah.
drink that, you might as well just be drinking a seltzer. That's why this
that's true.
beer probably, at that point, just drink a seltzer.
Right.
Or at that
So
point, just drink a shandy, which is a million times
if
better.
there was regular Natty Light, that for me would be B tier because that was probably the second most beer that I drank in
Yeah,
college.
yeah.
That one also
Mm,
has some nostalgia.
I don't know. There's
And
another one on the list that might
it's
be
better
number
than
two for me.
Natural Ice. It's better than Natural Ice for sure. Spotted Cow is we're into the Wisconsin beer list right now. This is the most S tier of the S tiers,
Yep.
and I don't think anyone would disagree with that. If you haven't had it, it's good stuff. I will say it's not like it's really really good. A lot of people are crazy fruity or like a crazy stout with oatmeal and cookies and cinnamon. It's like it's just a beer. It's just a
Right.
cream
Exactly.
ale. but it's this very, very smooth drinking beer, and it's easy
Mhm.
to drink. You can drink it in the winter, you can drink it in the summer. It's fantastic. So S tier Spotted Cow for sure.
Yeah.
PBR. How we feel about PBR?
I think that's my second most beer consumed
Yeah,
in the world.
PBR.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
PBR,
PBR tall boy
closer to top
again.
of B for me is what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I think I'd grab a PBR over a Heineken.
Nah.
Nah, I can't say
Nah.
I would.
Nah.
Not at this point.
I just don't drink Heineken. I don't know. It's just
So
there's
you
so
would be
many
in the
better
no idea
choices.
tier.
I would
You know what I'm
probably,
saying?
yeah, with Heineken probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Here's another
Point
Wisconsin
Special
deep cut.
Lager.
Can't say I've had this.
Point Special
Really?
Lager. That's Stevens Point Brewery.
It's pretty
And
good.
I would put Stevens Point beer at an A tier.
I guess I gotta try this.
I don't know if I've ever had their special lager before. So
Their
we might
special-
just put that in the. I would either put it at the A because I know they have a solid Oktoberfest. I really like their Oktoberfest.
Mhm.
And Stevens Point, it's a local brewery, gotten pretty big, but not nearly as big as Leinenkugel's. I
Yeah.
would say it's an A tier. I'd put
Yeah,
it in the A tier.
their special
Wow.
lager is like I think it's kind of like a Spotted Cow in the fact that it's like it's just a
Whoa.
good beer. It's not there's nothing to it. There's no fruitiness, there's no
Well, yeah.
it's just a good beer. So I think you're right.
Wow.
Have you guys ever had a Red Dog?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
trash.
that tastes worse than Milwaukee's best.
Yeah,
They're
Red Dogs
not
are trash.
good,
Yes. Okay. I would
Absolutely disgusting.
yes. When you said that, I looked right at Red Dog and I wasn't sure if that's what you were referencing, but yes,
It is.
Red Dog is trash.
It is so bad. But shout out to Red Dog. They had Halloween cans, and we were drinking them in a group. And one of the school administrators questioned what we were doing, and we said, "Sir, we're just drinking our Halloween juice." And they let us go. So shout out to Red Dog for designing some cool Halloween cans, but that beer was
juice.
awful. Awful. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, shout out to Red Stripe. Red Stripe beer, solid. If you ever had one of
Yeah.
those, comes like a little bottle.
Yeah, those are
How
How
good.
about- speaking of red, Red's Apple Ale. This isn't a beer.
I
This
was
is
gonna
like a
say.
cider. And this
like
I've been drinking since like I was drinking. So I kind of like it, but as for ciders go, I prefer my ciders way more dry than sweet, and Reds are sweet.
So
mhm.
sweet.
They're very sweet. Very
I
sugary.
wouldn't put them at F because I would grab a Reds way over anything in the F tier.
Okay, yes, that's a good point. I would rather drink. Well, no, actually, I'd rather drink a Budweiser than a Reds.
I think do we have Natter Days too high?
Yeah, I think Bud is
Oh,
better
absolutely.
than Days. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'd put
hear me
Reds at
out.
the bottom of C.
I'm okay with that. I also would be not opposed to putting Reds in no idea. Not because we don't have an idea, but because it's not really a beer,
Ooh.
if that makes sense. It doesn't really fit in this list. But I'm okay
Yeah,
putting it at the bottom
sure,
of C too.
Sure.
And I'll say it again, ciders don't exist anymore, or is not as prevalent because seltzers are just better. Like there's another one of those. We're trying to be different than beer, and then seltzers were like, "All right, bet, just drink us," and
Right.
everyone does now because they're better.
Sam Adams is not a Wisconsin beer; it's a Boston beer.
Right.
I will
Let's
say
fight.
Sam
Let's
Adams
fight.
has some great beers. Their Oktoberfest is good.
I was saying
Their
Oktoberfest.
it's called Cold Snap is really
Oh yeah,
good.
it's a great
Mhm.
one. Great beer.
Regular Sam Adams, just give me a Bud Light, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, C tier me. I'd rather have a Liney's than a Sam Adams. I'd rather have a Dos
Oh, yeah.
Equis than a
I'd
Sam
rather have a
Adams.
Blatz. I'd rather have a Blatz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna between here and here.
if it was an Oktoberfest, A. If it was the Cold Snap, that one's even close to S for me. Regular Sam Adams, not so much. Last but not least, a Schlitz tall boy. If anyone listening to the podcast has had a Schlitz tall boy, tweet us. and Andrew will open your reward boxes for you.
Oh, yeah.
But that's another nostalgia one.
Mhm.
As for the taste, I'm not picking it over. No, I am. I think I'm picking it over PBR.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think it's top
Wow.
of B tier for me.
Wow.
A Schlitz tall
Because you
boy.
can't find it?
No, you can find it in Wisconsin.
It's a little more rare than that.
Yeah,
don't know.
it is pretty rare. I will say that. Like you can't just go somewhere and get Schlitz.
It's not a B tier, but where in the B? Unless you think it's a C.
No, I
I'm
think it
definitely
belong-
grabbing
I
a
think-
Schlitz over a Bud Light any day of the week.
Yeah, for sure.
Agree. Agree.
I think it falls somewhere in this range.
Maybe above
Yep.
Modelo. Yeah.
I could get
Okay.
behind that.
I
Above
can see it.
Modelo. Yep.
I'd say it's on par with the High Life. Yeah. I
Below
like
High
that.
Life, but
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is a great list.
All right. We kind
This
of
is a
bell
great
curve that
list.
almost perfectly.
It should
Yeah.
be. So it should be.
Yeah.
This is a pretty solid list. I like it. There you go. Wow.
All right. Screenshot it. Spotted Cow, Summer Shandy, and Guinness are top 3. Guinness, of course, not a Wisconsin beer, but the other two are. But
There you
we
go.
could do a lot more Wisconsin. I mean, we could go through all the microbreweries and stuff, but
Yeah.
that would take forever.
True.
Spotted Cow, number 1. Gonna have to bring some back with me. They sell it
Yeah,
in
right.
Milwaukee. No, I can't because I'm going to
Wow.
the Chicago airport. Rip.
Oh,
But there you have it.
there you have it.
Wow. Apparently Red Dog was supposed to be a premium beer.
No,
That's
Nope.
That's yeah.
that's hilarious.
You ever had Mad Dog? The
Mad
like
Dog.
40? Oh yeah.
Wow, apparently they used to do ads where they had a Red Dog mascot and the voice was Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
These are just some beer, some Red Dog facts for you.
Wow. I didn't know I needed to know Red Dog facts, but I'm here for it.
Let's see. Am I 21 or older? Yes. 12-ounce. I can just buy cans. That seems unhinged. I'm just looking
Yeah.
up to see how
A
much.
single can.
So,
I would
Are
like
you-
one single can of Red Dog, please.
are you a little skeptical of beers that come in 30 racks that you're not in college anymore?
I would say I haven't bought one since college.
A 30 rack?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say I'm skeptical of them, but I've evolved since in my beer
More
buying
refined.
abilities.
Yes.
Yeah, I also have not bought a 30 rack since those
I think
days.
the most
Although
I've
my
bought
bachelor
since-
party's coming up, we're gonna get a
That's
30
true.
rack. of
Oh
something.
god.
That's true.
We got to get
Oh,
hams.
I would say it
course.
probably has to be hams.
Yeah.
We're just gonna buy every beer on this list. Wait, we
Or
could
hams
build- we
light
could
so you don't
do
get
a
filled up as
live-
much.
Could do a live tier building list with
Oh,
different beers.
true.
To buy a pack of each of these beers and try one of each.
Everyone has to bring different
Holy
beers,
shit.
and we all try them. We have 20 beers each.
I like that. Oh my god. leave it on the
Pours,
floor.
20 samples. Samples.
There you
think-
go. Yeah.
I think the biggest pack of beer I've bought since college is 12. Is that crazy to say?
That's what these came in.
Yeah. No, actually, no. That's not. That's a lie. I've bought booze at Costco before, and like everything at
Oh, okay.
Costco. Yeah, it's. I
Fair
mean, party
enough.
packs are nice.
Yeah.
True. That is true. If it's for a gathering or a party, yeah. A bigger
You need to
pack
buy
is
more.
always nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
But I ain't gonna buy some Red Dog. Oh my god,
Red Dog.
I haven't
Poor
thought
Red
about
Dog.
Red Dog since that night.
Oh god. Halloween juice.
Halloween
Nash.
juice.
All right. Next person to not set their lineups has to drink a Red Dog.
A
Oh,
case of Red
that is
Dog.
good. That is
Yeah.
good. I like that.
All right. I like it.
So it's gonna be
NBA
me, which
too.
is just
Yeah.
excellent. Oh,
right.
whatever. Well, there you have it, everybody. Thanks for listening. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our beer tier list. What beers are you drinking? Let us know. If you're 21, of course. Don't.
If you're not 21,
Use
shout out to you
underage.
for listening this long.
Yeah, right.
True.
Exactly. But yeah, don't forget to leave us a rating wherever you are listening to our podcast. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. And until next week, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to Get in the game. Peace.
Peace.